Greetings everyone, my name is Vanilla Ice. Welcome to Peaceful Living. This is episode 2, and let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Peaceful Living. First of all, thank you all for your support. We can increase our YouTube subs to 130 now for a new YouTube subscriber and a new Rumble follower, so thank you. I appreciate that. Be sure to check out the blog if you haven't already, of course. The membership there is completely free, just like it's free on YouTube and Rumble. And well, today I'm questing for iron. I want to get like a full stack of this stuff, preferably in ingot form. So the only way we're going to really do that, well, we got two things. First of all, there's a village there that I gotta go get some villagers, and I'll need a stack of ghost mining underground for iron. I already mined out to level 16, like I said, between episodes, so I'll go down there and do that. Eventually I want to get an enchanting table for stuff, but how about we first go, I'll take you first to that village that I bookmarked. Chunk base is quite useful for, since if you don't want to just do a lot of exploring in the overworld, it tells you where stuff is, so quite handy. And you can tell it's not too far away, so it's not too bad of a trip. Ooh! What's that? Sugarcane? And there's some spruce. We should probably grab that while we're here. We can plant that for both the sugarcane and the spruce. So I don't think we got spruce there. We might, but I forget if we do or don't. Or at least we can get some snowballs. Which I think I need for something. Let's check. Snow. Well, for snow blocks, which turns snow. So actually, we don't need the snowballs, but they're useful for having fun. Oh, there's a toast rabbit. Nice. I also need iron for mob farms. So mob. Easy. Go. So I want to make the template 2, and the ones I'll need are, of course, I'm going to need the egg collector, knife enhancement, definitely. That'll come in handy. Probably the honey and honey harvester frames, definitely. Milk, experience, definitely. Loot, maybe? Actually, no, because we don't have any, because we can't do any hostile mobs, because we don't have any things for those. Just need during capture nets, although I might need to make the crystal for the squid. Sword enhancements, definitely. Sheep enhancement. Maybe the pollen trap, too. Probably a good idea. And we're going to want the ocean farm, definitely for squid. Unfortunately, we can't. And the only one we need is the Ammo Plains farm. Because unfortunately, I didn't give this mod pack the ability to well... ability to harvest stuff, which is like a real shame. Or to craft mob eggs. Like I can't craft a spawn egg. See? No recipe. Which means, let's say like that means the drops are like more expensive, but since it's like only Farmer's Delight, which I don't think you really need bones for much anyways, unless you want a lot of bone meal. And they're pretty cheap in here. I mean, it's only flint, sugar, and string get you 4 bones. Or you can get bones from ham. Like, the cutting board's quite useful for getting a lot of stuff. Including tree bark, minced beef, mushrooms. Ooh, this is something we're going to need. Organic compost. And the mushrooms, so yeah, I'll take that, definitely. See if there's there's a villager here. Oh, we need you, friend. Actually, I want 3 of them, and the bed will come in handy. So we're not going to steal the furnaces, nope. Because we will need a bed to make the, reader. Yeah, we're gonna hear him go, huh, and stuff, but totally worth it in my humble opinion. Totally worth it. And these lanterns, which are just standing around here, we'll take them too. Though how we get up to the village is a question. The rest of the village is a question. Yeah, there we go. It'll be fun to hop back down, but we only need 2 more villagers. That's right. Ooh, what's that? Cartographer. We'll take him. Well, let's see here. We'll take you. That's 3. That's enough. That's all we need. We can leave these guys alone. Technically, I can head back home with this stuff, but I want to see if there's any good stuff that'll help us out. Ooh. Here we go. Frying pan and stove. Yes, please. And tomato seeds. Those are coming in. Piece of pork. And a knife. Knife is always useful. 2 of that. Ooh. That's nice. Melon popsicle. That's food. Bowl and an egg. Our pork chop. Onion. We got onions. Carrots. Well, carrots can be planted, so. Sea beet. We have beet seeds. That's useful. Now we got enough villager stuff, so let's head home. Ooh, there's a chest. Let's see here. Take the beetroot seeds, take the potatoes. Let's see. Actually, skill is pretty easy to craft. Cabbage seeds are more useful. Roll in the dirt. Take the coal. Blue ice. Can I break that down? Let's see here. Nice. It's craftable, but you can't uncraft it, so I'll leave it. Although I don't like diorite, so I'll switch to the frying pan for that. Now I'm gonna go home, although grabbing the lights as well. And since these villagers are so far away from my place, I don't have to worry about them interfering with barrels and stuff back at my place for storage. Ooh, that's a little bit of a thing that I don't like. Hey. That's what the bread's for. And we are going to be starting to whip up more food when we get back, so yeah. With a frying pan, we can start cooking meat once we get it. Of course, to really get the most out of mobs that we'll be capturing, we're going to need, let me see, how do I get slime balls? Because I'm going to need slime. Green dye, clay, and sugar soul, or slime blocks, which are green dye, wheat seeds, and lily pads. Lily pads are not renewable though, so this one is. Green dye is simply cactus, or you get it from cutting tomato shrubs. So I'm gonna have to eventually go find a desert. But I'll meet you guys back home, and when I get back, we'll arrange stuff, and then I'll dive into the mines, which I'll probably take an hour break while I go get the iron. Then once we get the iron, I'll show you how we're going to use it to create the iron farm, and well, that'll be that. So see you when I get back. As you can tell, folks, I'm back at the base, so let's put down. That'll go there. That'll go there. Although I might build the kitchen over to here actually. So yeah, I should put the kitchen in that corner. So I'll move it. I'm still gonna need one more stove for like the cooking pot. The cooking pot requires iron as well. And I'm gonna make like a smoker. But folks, now I gotta go get the iron. Okay, so like I said, I did mine down to my 16, which is the iron level. Iron is most common at that level. As you can see, I also put in stairs. Of course, put in the stone cutter as well, so that helps. And well, here's my ladder down to 16. I didn't put the stairs directly here because that makes no sense. Well, now I'm gonna go mine for the iron. It's probably gonna be pretty boring. And I'll see you guys when I'm back. Where we'll turn the iron into the stuff that we need to make the iron farm for a continuous supply of iron. Well, folks, the mining was done. As you can see, I'm smelting up the iron. That I got 65 iron. Plus, I got some lapis. I got some glow squid ink sacs. Just happened to drop it to me, so that's nice. Okay, we're going to need, obviously, another barrel for the wood. I'm going to use some oak for this. Oh, final birch tree can be bopped down. Perfect. I forget if I have farming for blockage in this or not. Probably do. Anyways, I need a barrel. I'm going to need some. Yeah. Actually, if I make an axe, I could strip it, and then that would give me the bark first, before I turn it into planks. Stone axe actually isn't a bad idea. In fact, I'll make 2 of them just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Grab a knife. That might off and go. Go like that. Go, we got 16 bark. Bark will be useful later. Bark is useful in making both paper and organic compost, which is useful for various things. Of course, I'm also going to need straw for that and bone meal, but organic compost is what will allow my crops to grow faster, which will be very, very, very essential. Okay, so I want to throw the stripped logs. Okay, so stripped oak logs don't work in there. Interesting. I'm going to need 2 slabs for a barrel. Then I'm going to want a chest for the hopper. Actually, I don't want 2 chests because I need 1 hopper for the thing and 1 hopper for the thing itself. I'm also going to need to smelt up 3 stone for the stone cutter unless... No, I have a stone cutter in here. That'll save me some time. Okay, so the barrel for the iron is going to be, right here. We can grab some iron and let's get to work. First, I want to whip up the 2 hoppers. I need one to actually craft it with. Okay, the iron blocks I'm also going to need. We're going to need some sand for, I gotta go dig up some sand. Ooh, it's nighttime. Better sleep. I prefer working during the day. Just not that I actually need to sleep, but it's a good habit. Plus, that can be a storage spot for poppies until I actually, well, get one. Which I don't think I have any, so I'll be getting poppies out of this. I need some sand. Not dirt, sand. I need 5. I'm gonna grab 11. I know it sounds like a weird number, but it's actually for a good purpose, actually. 4, 5, 6. Because 6 glass makes 16 things, and I need 1. I need 2 of those, so which each require 5, so that's 10 plus 5. That's also glass left over for the converter, or for if I want to do windows in the greenhouse in the future. So I'll probably just do a glass roof. draw me more sand for? The extra iron I'm going to be using for whipping up, well, I want an iron pickaxe as soon as possible, as well as, well, I want some, also want to whip up some hoppers for these. So I'm going to need 3 more chests, because I want 3 hoppers, so... Since I have 15 iron, I can whip up 3 hoppers. I only need 1 hopper in there. 1 hopper in there. And 1 hopper in there. There we go. All the stuff gets put into storage. Perfect. Now, okay, we got enough glass for the iron farm. Excellent. So let's whip it up. And that's our quest for iron. We are going to need a piece of wool. So we are going to need some shears in order to whip up the breeder. But I also want to whip up, try and get my... Ooh, actually I have a spare bed, but we'll use the villager for the iron farm. The iron farm is actually quite easy. All I gotta do is, well, place it on top of there. There we go. There, right? Then I just put the villager, right click, and boom, he's in. The iron, that's, by the way, that the recipe in the mod pack is not the default recipe for that. It's made that way to make it a bit harder. The villager breeder will not. I'm not going to be putting the villager breeder in here. Instead, it's going to be on level 50 down here. This is also where my villager training is going to happen. Each one's going to be 4 blocks long. Yeah. Ooh, and since I have some lanterns, I'm going to be using. And I like using lanterns for these that are hung in the ceiling to hide them. Although the villager breeder might need, let's see here. Well, it definitely needs a barrel down there for starters. Where it's also going to need 3 hoppers to actually make that fully working. One hopper to put the grown-up villagers from the incubator into there. Okay, so glass is going to be glass panes. Like that. We only need 10. So I'm going to put 6 of these for now away. Okay, I should probably go find a sheep and shear it, which is, let's see here. Where's a sheep? That way. Oh, the sheep right over there, but that's either because of sheep. There's some sheep up there. It's raining again. What fun. Ah, here we go. Perfect. And I have 1 wool. That's all I need. Perfect. Guess I should get the grass that I need for the Animal Plains farms. I think I need 4 grass? Let's see. 2 grass per thing. Yes, 2 grass per Animal Plains farm. And any flour. Ooh, that's nice. I'm also going to need, unfortunately, wheat. And feathers. Eggs. So we're going to have to do a little bit of farming, and we're going to have to, well, fortunately kill a few chickens. And we gotta go to the nether. Why the nether? Quartz. Quartz is needed for, let's see here. The sword enhancement for one thing. The sheep enhancement for another. The, egg collector needs quartz. Oh yeah, I gotta make a trip to the nether. Not exactly fun, but necessary. I'm gonna need more planks, so I probably should strip more logs. I need 3 chests. And we'll put the extra bark where it belongs. Up there. Birch planks. Well, throw those in there. Throw the grass in there until it's needed. Alright, I was gonna make an iron pickaxe. Oh, the wool's also needed for the breeder. Can make that. Incubator. Like I said, we need 3 hoppers, so we're gonna need 3 chests. Plus, I'll need to go to the nether eventually to get for Tom's simple storage, of course. Let's whip up our 3 hoppers that we need. Now we can go set it up. Unfortunately, villager breeding requires more than just putting villagers in the thing. It actually requires food. So like I'll have to get doing farming, but I think I'll do that on the next episode, folks. Oh, I want to also need more iron. Okay, so we got iron. So I could whip up an iron. I want to whip up an iron pickaxe before I go too. I'll whip up the iron hammer as well. Next episode. but gets me advancements. I mean, I don't technically. I normally don't hunt advancements, but hey, advancement is an advancement. That's all I'll say. I'll just set this up and then we'll end this episode because we do have our iron. And honestly, we have our villagers as well. Which is like, at least the start of them. And we don't listen to them as much. There we go. 2 cartographers. A villager novice and a cartographer novice. But like I said, usually over here is where I build the, over here is where I'm going to be putting in the ammo farms. Because they're quite I like having them underground. I should probably sleep and then I'll end the episode. Anyways, people, I appreciate all the support that you've shown me, believe you me. Honestly, I could start whipping up stone and start replacing this outside facade, making it look better. But honestly, I prefer deep slate because deep slate shows that you've conquered the deepest part of the thing for the front facade. And that just looks. Besides, deep slate bricks are easier to make. You just need the stone cutter for that. Though next time, actually, next time I might whip up another stove. So for next time, folks, I think we're going to go for the stove and the cooking pot. And I think the sink. I don't know if there's anything else I should get. Decoration to light. Trash bin requires cactus, so we'd have to go make a trip to there. Stone tiles for the kitchen, probably not needed. But I might want to whip up some counters and stuff, but we'll think about that. Or I might work on mob farms next time. But anyways, folks. The quest for iron is complete. I will declare the quest for iron to be complete. As we do have the iron farm. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching another exciting episode here of Peaceful Living. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, unfortunately I can't do an AFK session to get plenty of iron, so, well, it's simply because my computer, doesn't run that well. I really don't want to do much between episodes. So, next episode, I think I'll work on continuing the mines, try and get them down to -50, as well as well, like I said, I'm gonna start. Actually, I might start the farms next episode. Yeah, we got stuff. We'll start setting up my farms, and especially since I got iron for buckets, because now we can set up the water sources to keep them hydrated. I'm also considering setting up a sugarcane farm, but I gotta go get them redstone that I found in the mines before we can even consider that. But that's all I've got for this episode, folks. Until next time, I'm Swinging on the Ice. I'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Peaceful Living. Until then, take care and God bless. Goodbye.